What's up guys, I'm Justin Prince of Lifted Geek, and welcome to my Monster Hunter World Mix Set series. For this first episode, I wanted to touch on one of my favorite weapons, the sword and the shield. And primarily this build is made for the hunter that likes to CC monsters, wants to spend less time sharpening their weapon, and loves to land those critical hits. This is my 95% Affinity, Forever Sharp sword and shield build. Alright, let's jump into this build, and as you can see, this is very Arc-Tempered heavy. The weapon is the Kiar Slicer Num, received from the Arc-Tempered Kuftaroth hunt. Your headpiece, your arm piece, and your leg piece are from the Arc-Tempered Teostra hunt. Your chest is also from Arc-Tempered Kuftaroth, and the waist is from Arc-Tempered Kushala Daora. It's not exactly the easiest build to put together, but if you put the dedication into it, it's super powerful. Now for decorations. On the weapon we have an attack gem, that everyone should have at least one of these. On the headpiece we've got a shield gem and a tenderizer gem. The chest has a paralyzer gem, another tenderizer gem on the arms, two paralyzer gems on the waist, another tenderizer on the legs, and if you have it, another attack gem. If not, you can slot something else in, but ideally you'd want to put that extra attack gem in there. With everything slotted into the right place, we get Critical Eye 7 at max, Attack Boost 5, Handicraft 4, Paralysis Attack 3 at max, Weakness Exploit 3 at max, Agitator 1, Guard Up 1, and Critical Status 1. You also get the set bonus from the Teostra armor, which is Master's Touch. Okay guys, now let's touch on how the build's gonna work together. We tacked on 3 additional paralysis attack jewels to boost up to 260 paralysis damage. This is further multiplied when you land critical hits, and of course this is thanks to critical status. It's an ability that's built into the Kiar Slasher. On top of that, you have 95% affinity, which means that you're pretty much going to be doing the maximum amount of paralysis attack for every single hit you do. That is as long as you're hitting weak spots. While your base affinity is going to be 45%, the reason why we tacked on those 3 weakness exploit gems in there is to ensure that as long as you're hitting those weak spots, you have a full 95%, which is like night and day when it comes to hitting everything else. Sure, if you hit a spot that isn't particularly a weak spot, like for example hitting Nurg in his back legs, or when he's got the full black spikes, you still have a 45% chance to proc a critical hit. But of course, you do want to be hitting those crits as often as possible. And that's because of Master's Touch. So the Teostra set bonus allows you to no longer lose sharpness on your weapon as long as you're hitting critical hits. In most of my fights with this build, I rarely ever have to sharpen. And when I do, it's mostly because my positioning is crap and I can't really get a good hit in on a weak spot. The only defensive ability that I'm running in this build is through the shield gem. Now, the shield gem gives you guard up. It's the ability to allow you to block normally unblockable attacks. So things like the supernova from Teostra or the beam from Xeno'jiiva. These are attacks that are usually pretty easy to mitigate if you can read it, but in those moments when your positioning is garbage and you're just having one of those oh crap I can't get out of the way moments, it sure as hell helps to have that shield you can plop up and keep yourself from carding. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this build might be something you'd want to build. And hey, make sure you sound off in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about what you guys are doing with it, if you made any changes to my particular build, or if you have any questions about it. I'll have a new one for you guys next week, and I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to check out my little channel. Once again, this is your boy Justin Prince. You stay frosty, hunters, and get lifted. Bye guys.